Sometimes it feels like I've filmed almost everything, almost everywhere. Almost. I used to be called a young filmmaker. I turned 30 this year. So now I have young people messaging me, asking me about how to be a young filmmaker. Business stuff like, oh, how much do you charge? How much should I charge? Pricing, other questions about clients, really boring stuff. But I get it. There's a lot of pressure on young people. How do you do what you want to do and still pay all your bills? You know? It's like a lot of filmmakers, a lot of young people are picking up filmmaking very early now. If you see kids, they already know how to edit just because of TikTok. And I actually have high hopes for cinema in the future. I think there's a lot of talent that could be pushing through, especially from the city. How do you do what you want to do and still pay all your bills? In that kind of environment, how do you become a filmmaker? People always told me, oh, you can go film weddings. Weddings is good money. Someone's always getting married. And yes, it's true. You can make good money from weddings. But how many times are you going to tell that same story? I know there's a lot of filmmakers in the crowd, so this might hit home a bit. How many times you're going to film the same story? A wedding is nice, but two people got married that day. Great story. There's a lot of stories in the world, important stories, really important stories, really, really important stories. And some of those stories only you can tell. There's no other person but you that can tell that story. But you're busy chasing money. The camera is not just a tool for business, for entertainment. The camera can be used for many things. You can be a journalist. You can be an activist. You can be a historian. The one thing I wanted to do with the camera was be an anthropologist. There's a term called ethnographic documentary filmmaking. Ethnographic filmmaking. It's a style of documentary filmmaking where you capture a community in the most rawest and realist form, just by observing, being patient, and recording, and providing a space for people to reveal themselves. What does that look like? It looks like, for example, you're here in the UK, in Bradford, and you fly off to Argentina. And you heard there's a village in Argentina, and people do very unique things in that village. You fly over, you spend a month there as a filmmaker, and you're just filming. You're not forcing your narrative on them. Just providing space, capturing for the sake of legacy, history, and education. This is what I want to talk about today. Story over business. Sometimes it feels like a filmmaker is like a hunter-gatherer. Go out, bring back good footage, But I strongly believe a good filmmaker is more like an anthropologist. Observe, sit, wait, listen, It's not about asking, oh, what can I film here? What's the job? What's the rate? It's more about asking, what can I learn from the people in front of me? Once you start asking that question, filmmaking becomes very, very different. It's not, business sheets, Excel spreadsheets, clients, outreaching, CRM systems, online courses that teach you how to make a 6-figure video business. You should see my feed. With this approach of ethnographic filmmaking, there's a lot of questions around ethics as well, which I have to flag. Who holds the power? Who drives the story? Who holds the cards? When people give you a story, that's very valuable, and you need to respect that. I thought I'd give you something practical today, because I get a lot of filmmakers, young filmmakers, they ask me, I don't know what to film, I don't have no stories. So I want to do an exercise together. I want you to think, everyone in this room, I want you to think. Okay, let's think together. I want you to think of every person you know. Every person you know. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, every person in real life. Everyone you know. You can close your eyes if you want. You don't have to. No one's closed their eyes. Okay, you can keep them open. But imagine all these people in front of you, a sea of people, everyone you know, everyone you ever met. Okay, now I want you to think of one person out of the sea of people that you mention in conversation. Who do you know that you mention in conversation to other people? You can think of someone? Yeah. You already know someone that's interesting enough to tell other people about. Maybe you should talk to that person. Get a fuller picture of their story. Finding a story is not hard. Selling a story is a bit hard. You have to tick certain boxes. But finding a story is not hard. And for me personally, there's only one box the project really needs to tick. There's a very specific box that project needs to tick, and I'll do it. It's like, I don't know if you remember when we were kids, we had like a parameter around our house. And the parameter was, our parents told us you can play outside, but if you go past the fence, you're in trouble. So you can't go past the fence. There's a parameter around the house. And I don't know if you remember as a kid, you went past the parameter. You got really excited. You're like, oh, I went past the fence. I went past the lamppost. I went across the junction. And the feeling you got as a kid is just excited being somewhere where you're not supposed to be, but you're exploring. If you get that feeling when someone's telling you about a project, then you know you should say yes. That feeling you should chase, not the money. Money comes and goes, you know? Sometimes the money goes before you even finish the job, and all you're left with is the video, the story. So if that's all you're gonna leave with, make sure it's good, make sure it's worth it. You know, some projects, and I want to finish on this, some projects, they're there to build your bank account. But other projects, they're there to build you. Thank you very much.